UN reclassifies cannabis as a less dangerous drug.
Here's a summary of the article.
December 2, 2020, 6:11 a.m. Eastern Time. A United Nations Commission voted on Wednesday to remove cannabis for medical use from a category of the world's most dangerous drugs, such as heroin, a highly anticipated and long-delayed decision that could clear the way for marijuana research and medical use. Attention centered on a key recommendation to remove cannabis from Schedule 4 of the 1961 Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs, where it currently sits, alongside dangerous and highly addictive opioids like heroin. Experts say the approval of the recommendation will have no immediate implications for loosening international controls, and governments will still have jurisdiction on how to classify cannabis. We will have the UN, the main drug policy body, recognizing the medical usefulness of cannabis, he said ahead of the vote. A recommendation to add cannabis derivatives such as dronabinol and THC to Schedule 1, the lower lever, did not garner enough support to pass. The overhaul of cannabis policy, particularly around legalization for medical use, has moved at a rapid pace over the last few years, said Jessica Steinberg, managing director at the Global C, an international cannabis consulting group, who has attended UN meetings. Aside from the financial boon it could provide for American and European marijuana markets, downgrading the dangers of cannabis may have the biggest impact on countries that have more conservative policies, such as many Caribbean and Asian nations.
This post received a score of 69,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Great news. Hopefully a lot of good research comes out of it.
It's good and bad. It means the pharmaceutical companies and the FDA are sure to strong-arm their way into it, putting the brave people who fought for the legalization out of business.
Making products out of CBD and THC is a huge growing industry. It's a whole different thing already. Can't wait to see what Big Pharma comes up with.
Synthetic THC, that's a pill with serious side effects.
Have you heard of Marinol?
Marinol is produced for medical purposes, though. Spice, on the other hand, is what most people associate with synthetic cannabis, and it's a completely different universe. At least, it apparently feels like a different universe when you're on it.
IIRC. The original K2 spice wasn't bad at all, then they had to keep changing the recipe as the various components got made illegal. Now it's become extremely dangerous, far more than actual weed. It wouldn't have to exist at all if weed was legal like it should have been this whole time.
When my dealer moved away and I didn't have any alternatives, I tried some K2 and it ended up sending me into the most overwhelming panic attack I've ever had. That shit is fucked up.
When I was in rehab, there was a girl there that completely lost her mind due to K2. She could barely function, motor skills were random, everything random really. She's basically done as a functional person, which really stuck with me in a way I cannot describe well. Shit is heinous.
Yeah, everyone I know who's done spice routinely is now dead, mostly suicide.
The most dangerous thing about weed is getting caught with it.
Once weed is truly legal, I'll be able to say that these are the issues with using it, and discuss responsible use. Once they finally lose and let it be legal, then we can talk about the issues with using it too early in life, using it chronically, using it in high doses chronically, long-term chronic use and other legitimate aspects of use. With sugar legal we can instead talk about the risks of too much, etc. There are legitimate considerations for using sugar.
Weed usage in states with legalized weed goes down for kids.
Society makes 18 the minimum age we can really expect people to wait, and 16 is more likely. If you're going to use it, I think people should use it no more than once a week and allow a 2-day recovery period after each use, which practically speaking means once a week or one Good Friday, Saturday combo with a couple days to get straight before work. They're kids themselves, except they're 40. Of course, kids who start smoking at 11 are not in the best situations anyway, so I can't say with certainty it's the pot.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.